The battle over the border escalates as a federal judge in Austin decides the fate of Senate Bill 4. That's the new law making it a state crime to cross illegally into Texas.
You're watching NBC 5 News at 5.
Lawyers for the state of Texas facing off against the Department of Justice in Austin. A federal judge is hearing arguments over the controversial new law allowing state and local police to arrest people crossing the border illegally. NBC 5's Phil Prazen is live with the details. Phil?
So this is tied up in the courts because under the Constitution, usually immigration laws are left up to the federal government. In the meantime, though, experts tell us police are training to use the law with caution. Senate Bill 4 is a law against crossing the border illegally, not just for being in Texas without legal status. And that's a key difference, which led to an overturning of an Arizona law a decade ago. Police then will likely have to see or have direct knowledge that someone recently crossed.
The officer has to rely on observable, components or perhaps information that the officer may believe leads that officer to conclude on the spot in the field.
Alex Carmen trains police departments and state troopers on racial profiling laws. He tells me police will likely be very cautious when enforcing this law. The stakes are high if they get it wrong. It could be a public relations disaster, they could get sued, or they could violate the law themselves if they profile.
In fact, police departments are not going to engage in the purposeful selection of individuals that would in essence violate federal and state law.
Earlier, Tarleton County Sheriff Bill Wayborn said the law change won't really impact what his deputies do.
This will really only affect peace officers on the board, that they have to see the crossing, they have to see the illegal entry before they make any arrest. So I think the impact is going to be zero here, actually.
He told us they'll likely only use the law when assisting another department closer to the border to find someone they're looking for. Just living here without legal status is not enough for an arrest.
If they're here illegally and they're a victim or a witness to a crime, then they're going to kind of have status with us, and we're not going to be arresting them. We're not going to be turning them over to ICE. We're going to be protecting them, if you will.
During today's arguments, the federal judge was pretty skeptical about the state's argument that the amount of people crossing was tantamount to, quote, an invasion. Whoever loses this round is likely to appeal to a higher court. Phil Prazen, NBC 5.